Welcome to StoryZen. In our society, we often see that even a small problem can become a big reason for someone's sadness. But at the same time, we also see people who face even the toughest situations with calmness. They don't break down. Instead, they make their hearts so big that pain finds no place to stay. Today's story teaches us a powerful lesson. If your heart is small, even tiny problems can make your life bitter. But if your heart becomes bigger, even the hardest moments in life become easier to handle. So as you listen to this story, try to see a reflection of your own life in it. Because this story is not just meant to be heard. It is meant to be understood. Once there was a young man named Ryan who was very unhappy with his life. He always felt worried and believed that nothing was going right for him. One afternoon, Ryan went to a small cafe in his town to drink a cup of tea. His mind was full of worries. He didn't have a job. His family was constantly pressuring him, and he was afraid about what the future might bring. Ryan sat quietly in a corner, holding his cup of tea. At the next table, a few older men were talking. Even though Ryan wasn't trying to listen, their voices reached him clearly. One of them said, "Do you know that old man who lives behind the hills? He looks like an ordinary person, but he is full of wisdom. My son was struggling badly, but after speaking with him, his whole life changed." Another man replied, "Yes, people say he can lighten your heart just by talking." Hearing this, Ryan became curious. He thought to himself, my life feels like it's falling apart. Maybe that wise old man can help me too. That same evening, Ryan walked toward the hills where the old man lived. After a long walk, he finally reached the small house and said respectfully, "Grandpa, my life is full of problems. I feel pain and sadness all the time. Please tell me, how can I find happiness?" The old man listened quietly without saying anything. After a moment, he stood up and walked away. Ryan felt confused, but he waited patiently. Soon the old man returned with a glass of water and a small bowl filled with salt. He said, "Take a handful of salt and put it into the glass of water, then drink it." Ryan followed the instructions. The old man asked, "How does the water taste?" Ryan made a face and replied, "It tastes terrible. I can only taste the salt." The old man nodded and said, "Now take another handful of salt and come with me." They walked together to a nearby lake. The old man said, "Now throw the salt into the lake." Ryan did as he was told. Then the old man said, "Now drink some water from the lake." Ryan took a sip. The old man asked, "How does it taste now?" Ryan looked surprised and said, "It tastes normal. I can't taste the salt at all." The old man smiled and gently placed his hand on Ryan's shoulder. He said, "Son, the pain in life is like this salt. The amount of pain is the same for everyone. But how much you feel, it depends on how big your heart is. If your heart is like a small glass, even a little pain will make your life bitter. But if your heart is like a large lake, even a lot of pain will not disturb your peace." The glass and the lake represent patience. If your patience is small, small problems will feel very big. But if your patience is strong, even big problems will not break you. Everyone in this world faces difficulties. No one lives without pain. Just as we cannot understand happiness without sadness, we cannot grow without challenges. So when problems come into your life, don't become like the small glass. Become like the big lake. Only then will you be able to live with peace and happiness. If this story helped you in any way, please share it with others. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to StoryZen for more inspiring stories. Thank you for listening.